What is going on, YouTube? This is John from No Huddle Fantasy Football, and I am back at you with another video. In this video, we're going to be going over my orphan squad that I just picked up. Just to put it bluntly, this is an absolute brick shit house of a team. I'm actually impressed by the last manager for leaving me with such a awful team. You know, there's some pieces I could play with, some assets that are not bad, but I'm honestly surprised that someone could do this, especially in a league that you pay for. I don't know how you managed to leave me with this. I don't know how you managed to make your team look like this. But anyway, let's see who we got. We got Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, DeAndre Swift, Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Luke McCaffrey, Harold Fannin, Braylon Allen, Raheem Mostert, Tyler Shaw, Jackson Dart, Gardner Minshew, Zach Wilson, Isaiah Davis, Elijah Mitchell, Keaton Mitchell, Jamari Thrash, Savion Williams, Ray McLeod, Westbrook Akine, Elijah Moore, Dawson Knox, Noah Gray, and Luke Musgrave. We got no one on IR, no one on our taxi. And then some positives about the team. We do have 3 2026 firsts, so those will definitely come in handy. We got our first in 2027, and then all our picks in 2028. Not too sure what this manager traded the second, third, and fourth in 2027, as well as the second and third in 2026 for, because our team looks like they must have just gave them away for free. You know, there's some positives, but a lot of negatives. And what we're here to do is flip this team from the worst team in the league to a team that could be a championship caliber team. And, you know, the goal is to win a championship. So I put all my assets into a spreadsheet just to make it easier for you guys to see. I only put the notable picks here, all the first, the 28 first, and the 28 second. My QBs, my wide receivers, my running backs, and my tight ends. They're color-coded. Green obviously means they're, you know, a vital part to my team. We have yellow, which is on the fence. Red, which is, you know, they could leave my team today and I would not care. And then we have colors in between. So we got like a greenish yellow, which is like good, but I'd be willing to trade these players. And then orange and red, which is like, don't really care, but they're fine and I don't mind having them on the team. I did drop some players already and pick someone up. So I dropped Nick Mullins and I picked up, I believe, Isaiah Davis. So I'm going to change that for you guys right now. So the positives on our team are definitely Trevor Lawrence and Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart may not start this season, but at least we have a solid QB for next year. I definitely think he'll be the starter at least by next year. Tyler Shaw, you know, he could, if he shows out, no pun intended, he could definitely be the starter. Saints definitely have a lot more issues than just quarterback. So if he could actually become a QB1 or at least a startable QB in the league, I bet they roll with him at least for the next year or two. So at least I have QB1 in Trevor Lawrence and then a QB2 for this year in Tyler Shaw. Now for the wide receiver position, the only 2 good wide receivers I got are Garrett Wilson and Devonta Smith. I got Devonta Smith as like a yellowish green because he isn't the wide receiver 1 on his team. I mean, AJ Brown's locked into a pretty long-term contract, at least for the next 2 years. And so Devonta Smith will always be the wide receiver 2. And unless they trade AJ Brown when that contract is up, I don't think Devonta Smith will ever be the wide receiver 1. So that's why I got him as a yellowish green. I'd be interested to try to flip him to the Jalen Hurts owner and try to get some extra value out of that just so he could have the stack. Then for my running back position, definitely thin here. I got Travis Etienne and DeAndre Swift. You know, these 2 could very well have a bounce back season in terms of, you know, DeAndre Swift has been on the downtrend since, you know, the start of his career. And Travis Etienne definitely fell off, a lot of people would say. But the running back situation, or the running back room in Jacksonville, is definitely up in the air to where I think Travis Etienne is still the RB1 on that team. And then same with DeAndre Swift on the Bears. That running back room is up in the air as well. But to me, he's the RB1 on that team. And, you know, these 2 teams could have a resurgence. Both teams getting new head coaches. We could see them definitely have maybe their career year this year. And if that happens, I might be able to flip them to a contender and get some extra draft picks or a young player to grow into a role. And then for my tight end room, I got Harold Fannin, Dawson Knox, Noah Gray. Nothing too crazy there. I mean, Harold Fannin had a historic year in college, but he played at Bowling Green, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, he did ball out against Penn State, so maybe he could hold his own in the league. Maybe his talent can translate. He definitely is a great player, but, you got to take it with a grain of salt because it's Bowling Green. He's young. He's behind David Njoku. If he wants to see the field, they're going to have to probably run 12 personnel because I don't see him beating out David Njoku for the job. But, for the future-wise, maybe they move on from David Njoku because he wants too much money, and they roll with Harold Fannin. So maybe we could have a good tight end for the future. And then obviously, our draft picks are a highlight of our team. Personally, I'm not too sure what I want to do with my draft picks. I don't think I have a chance at winning this year whatsoever. So I don't think I'm going to go out there and trade 2 firsts for, another wide receiver, or trade a first for a running back. Because I'm only going to get someone who's 26, 27, who's definitely going to do good this year, but it's not going to leave an impact on my team, and I want to build my team to compete in the future, because I don't think I have a chance to compete now whatsoever. So, to me, the smartest thing I would do is just hold on to my picks and hope to fulfill my team needs within the draft. My team is the worst in the league, so I'm projected to get the number 1 overall pick, and let's just say Arch Manning has a Heisman year, they win the Natty, he'll probably come out in the draft. So he's a really hyped up prospect. I already have a pretty solidified QB room to where I could probably get some good value out of this first overall pick if it is someone like Arch Manning. But we'll see what happens there. I need help everywhere on my team. So if I could get some nice value out of the first overall pick, hopefully it's Arch Manning. That could be an exciting thing for my team. I want to rebuild this team as a community and bring it from, the brick shit house that it is to a championship caliber team. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what moves I should make, who I should keep, who I should trade. Any player on my team that you're high on. I mean, there's not much to work with, but there are some good pieces, especially my draft picks. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts. Let me know anything you want. And I'm excited to see what we can do, and more importantly, how fast we can do this. I don't think we're going to be a champion next year. I really don't think the year after that, but 2027, if I'm still the worst team in the league, everyone knows who I'm getting there. So maybe we could turn it around, and by 2028, we're a championship caliber team. So I'm not too sure how often I'm going to make videos here, because I'm not too sure how many moves I'm really going to make, because I kind of want to hoard these picks. I don't necessarily want to give them up for nothing, or I don't want to give them up and get an aging veteran who's only going to give me a year or 2 of production. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm excited to build this team with you guys, and let's make something out of nothing here. So that's all I got for you guys today. This has been John from No Huddle Fantasy Football, and I am signing out. Peace.